Okay, for tomorrow's KBL, there's a couple of games on the board. This game between Pegasus and Aegis, um, we're not going to touch. These are two bad teams, and there's no value in wagering on this game. I mean, if it was our only option, yeah, we'd probably take a shot. But since we got games on the board, um, these the we're gonna avoid this one because it's two bad teams, and I don't like to bet on a game with two bad teams playing against each other unless like I don't have a unless it's the only option. But since we got an option today, we're gonna pass in this game because it's has no value. Um, we're gonna look at the LG Sakers versus the SK Knights. Um, These teams are the number one and number two, I believe. So let's take a look at the standings. Um, the Knights are number one with 39 wins and 10 losses, and the Sakers um, have 31 wins and 18 losses. So there's like a kind of like an 8 game gap between them. But regardless, they're number one and number two. Um, so the Knights lost their last game against Aegis, I believe. Let's see, Aegis. They lost 71 to 81, so they lost by 10 points to Aegis, who is, I think, near the bottom of the standings. Aegis is number 8 in the standings. So that was the upset, obviously. Um, but before that, uh, they played Phoebus and then Sonic Boom and Promby, and they won. Obviously, they won those games as they should have. But I didn't. But this right here is an aberration or something happened. I didn't watch this game, so I have no clue what happened here. Maybe they just had a bad day, but this was definitely an upset, which is weird. So let's take a look at the Sakers. The Sakers on a 2 game winning streak. Um, they played, well, they won against the Thunder in the last game, but the Thunder are dead last, so this means nothing. I mean, they should have won, and 92 to 69. Like that's 92-69. So this means nothing because beating the last place team is not an accomplishment. And then before that, they beat Pegasus 85 to 81, so 4 point spread. Pegasus is ranked fifth, and Pegasus is on a 4 game losing streak. Let me see who Pegasus lost. Well, Sakers, Pegasus lost to Promby, Sky Gunners, and Yang. They beat Aegis. So they split the series with An Yang. They, they lost to the Knights, Sakers, Sonic Boom. So yeah, basically a losing team losing to top three, top four, or top three teams. So, so Pegasus is a shit team. So let me see Sakers. So that was no accomplishment. Pegasus. And before that, they lost to Sonic Boom, but beat Promby. Promby is middle of the pack, so we can somewhat disregard them. Then I wouldn't even. They're like somewhere in the middle of the standing. So I mean, it's kind of like a doesn't mean much. They lost to Sonic Boom, and they beat the bad teams. Like they beat the bad teams as expected, but they they lost to the good team. Looks like looks like they lost to Sonic Boom twice. Sonic Boom really has their number. So I thought it would be easy to handicap this, but it's like I think the spread is minus 1.5 nights at minus 120. Um, for the KBL, if I was taking the dog, in this game it's the Sakers, I would take the max points, which is plus 135 at minus 155, because the games are so close and so unpredictable, especially with these two, number one and number two. It's gonna be a close game. It's not gonna they're gonna the margin of victory is gonna be between 1 and less than 5 points, maybe between 1 and 4 points. So the max sign is about right. I mean, in my mind, um, the the line should be like minus 4 nights. So, um, man, I think the right play here is the SK Knights money line. We're not gonna mess around with the spread, even if it's at 1.5. Like with with top teams, like they usually um, defeat uh, their opponents by like one, and the games go down to the wire. Like the whoever makes the last basket wins, or if like whoever makes the most free throws usually wins. And like I said, the margin of victory is narrow. So even though I don't like what happened with SK's last game, without more information, I still got to go with them. But because even though the Sakers have won two in a row, they beat terrible teams, and when they face off against a good team, they lost to the Sonic Boom. And Sonic Boom is ranked third, and logically, the play here is the Knights, um, and I think that's what I'm gonna go with. So the play here is the SK Knights at minus 120. Uh, I should have said it before, but this game is for March 28th at I believe it's at 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I guess there's nothing else to say. So until next time.